I'm Adam C and welcome back to my Toyota Chaser, and a video I've been meaning to make for quite a while. Now, as most of you probably know by now, my show Adam C Fest is coming up very fast. It's on the 1st of May, it's a bank holiday Monday, and my aim was to get this car ready for that show and do a few things to it for your viewing pleasure. So I might as well get started on it and doing a few changes on the run-up to Adam C Fest. It's been a little while since I've last been to this car. I've been searching for sponsorships to help me out with this build so that it can be the best I can make it, and I haven't found any. So as a result, the first mod I'm going to do with this car is probably the cheapest of them all, as you'll have seen by the title. Now, these wheels, I'd never gelled with them. I think in general they're good looking wheels, but I don't think they suit this car, especially with the curb rash that I gave to them when I last used it. They are Vertec VRX Manaray Sports. They're Japanese wheels, they're fake split rims, so these aren't actually functional nuts, and they need going. Also, before the video starts, I know I've got brown brake discs. That's because I washed the car before storing it and I've just taken it out and they went slightly brown, and I haven't driven it since. It's fine. So in the meantime, let me know in the comments what else you want to see me do with this car. I've had many ideas floating around in my head, such as bumpers, spoiler. I might even brand the car up for Adam C Fest like I did with my 350Z, but the wheels are what I'm doing first. And how did I get them so cheap, you may be asking? Well, let's have a think about it. What are the cheapest wheels that anyone can buy? What ones that someone already has? Yes, that is right. I'm going to put my 350Z's wheels on to the Chaser, and as an added bonus, I'm then going to put the Chaser's wheels on the 350Z. Now, this is not a permanent solution. Basically, all I want to see is how the Chaser looks with white wheels, because white wheel the world, guys. That is the hashtag. That's what I need to realise with this car, and the white of those wheels is not too dissimilar to the white of that car. White on white only really works when the white is the same white as the white on the car, and they may look a little bit cream. But as I said, it's not permanent. I just want to see how it looks, and it might end up being permanent, maybe. So both of the wheels are 5x114, which is just classic Japanese. However, I don't yet know whether these will actually fit, like whether the caliper will hit against them or something else will. So you don't know until you try. I suppose I could look it up on the widths and everything, but I do have 20mm spacers on the 350Z to bring the wheels to the rusty arches. So I will take the spacers off this and put them on this, because I don't think those wheels will fill these arches, and then I'll put these wheels straight on that. So we're going to see two reveals today. See what this car looks like with those wheels, this car looks like with white wheels. So I'll put them both inside. I'll do one corner at a time and then see what it looks like, and then maybe take them on a drive and see if they're juddering and need tracking. It has been a long while since I've been in this car. It's been too long. It's been maybe even a month and a half since I last drove this, and here we are. I completely forgot about that classically 90s smell inside the car. I am definitely going to miss the white wheels on this car, and they are definitely going to be the wrong shade of white, so I will definitely have to end up buying some wheels for the Chaser, but this is just for now, to see what it looks like and maybe go to a few shows like, and to show you what it looks like. Also, the Nissan center caps. Do I keep them on? That's annoying. I have to take the spacers off separately, of course. That's going to take extra time. Now it's a case of how easy it is to remove the spacer. Ah, very easy. Good. Good. Yeah, I think I'll put some stuff on it. So the Nissan's wheel nuts are 21mm, the locking wheel nuts are 17mm, and the spacers are 19mm. So that's very useful. Very annoying. This will be a lot easier. I'm guessing these are 19? Oh, yes. So there we have it, the two wheels. These are actually brilliant wheels. I don't know why people mock them. It's just because they're kind of the standard wheels for the GT kit for the 350Z. They are raised, forged alloys. They're lightweight, they're very strong, they're fantastic wheels. I like the look of them too. Don't know about these ones, so I'm going to try and see what they look like without the spacers, and then if I need the spacers, I can quite easily put them on. Oh, maybe without this. This is the big moment. I say they're light, they're still quite, they're not too bad. Right. Oh, I fell. Do you know what? They don't need spacing.
Would you say they're wider than the other ones?
It's the wrong white, but I'm looking forward to seeing what the rest of it looks like. Don't need the spigot ring, don't need the spacers, but we might need the spacers for these on this, which I never expected. Don't know about the fronts though, because these are narrower on the front than they are at the rear, so we shall see. Oh, it should be unlocked. It locks itself.
I think you're clear there.
Yeah. However, these wheels on the Nissan, I think, might need the space, so we won't know until we put it on the floor. Typical, I chose to do the one that's got the big curb rash on it for explanatory purposes. Ah, yes. I am the best parker in the world. Oh my god. It looks awful. Why is there so much space as well? We noticed that on the Chaser, it's got less space than it did have. It's just the tyres, isn't it?
It might settle a bit.
It will a little bit, but that is new look 2023. These wheels are going to look horrendous on the Nissan. We'll put the fronts on, see what it looks like. We've kept the spacers on. Does that... Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Brakes.
Brakes. Even with spacers.
Is it the brakes? Oh, okay. I think they're clear.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. It was just me. So that's half of each car done. Haven't done this side yet. So once we've finished, I'm going to take them outside and reveal both cars. It's two for the price of one. I think the Nissan is going to look horrendous. Like, really vile. Disgusting. Oh, just, yeah. But the Chaser will look nice. But whilst doing that, we've just noticed something about the 350Z's wheels and tyres. So I've had new tyres fitted all around the car, and they've mixed up the fronts and the rears. So we've got a front wheel there with front tyre, and a front wheel there with a rear tyre. So that's an 8J, that's an 8J, and then the two on this side are both 8.5J. It's because the tyres have been put on the wrong wheels, so we're going to have to switch that up. Oh, shut up. Oh, but after a little bit of work, it's surprising how well they just married up to each other. So the 350Z spacers stayed on the 350Z. It's got the 20mm spacers on it, and they were perfect for the fitment. And then the Chaser, the 350Z's wheels went on perfectly. It's just the fact that down this side it's got rears on, and down that side it's got fronts on, but the tyres are correct. It's got correct tyres. The tyres need to be swapped around, that's the only thing. So let's take them outside and show you exactly what they look like. I've tried to do my best not to check it out for myself as much. There we go. So it will be a little bit of a surprise for me as well. Try not to hit the Chaser. Right, not looking, not looking, not looking. The cars are probably going to drive differently as well. I wonder if I'll notice. Maybe. Might drive better, might drive worse. Who knows? But these wheels that are on the Chaser now, the white ones, are fantastic wheels, as I was saying earlier. They're so lightweight, I couldn't believe when I was picking them up, although some of the time I thought a front was actually a rear, but it was a... yeah. Oh. Oh. I thought I've heard it catch on the arch. A little bit. So, the big moment. They're both idling away behind me with their new wheels. We've got the Chaser, who is white wheeling the world now, and the 350Z that I think looks a bit like something from Midnight Club Dub Edition. Right, let's do the 350Z first. Let's see what it looks like. Not looking, not looking, not looking. Oh! Well, to be fair, that doesn't look too bad, I think. I kind of like it. It almost brings out the colour of the roof that's permanently up because it's broken. The rears are kind of lost in those arch. Well, they're not lost, there's just a bit of arch gap, and that's because these tyres have a bit of stretch on them. So what I need to do is do a burnout. Unfortunately, the tyres have so much tread on them that it's going to be a while till I change them. But when I do, I'll get maybe ones with a flatter wall that will better that arch gap. But to be fair, I can't believe this. It's like two reveals in one. I haven't even looked at the Chaser with its trainers on, but that is now the new look for my 350Z. Knowing me, it's going to be a permanent thing. Now, the Chaser. The wheels aren't the same white as the body, as we know. You've seen bits of it inside. What does it look like outside? It's currently just turning into blue hour, where everything goes blue, so it won't maybe look as good as... I'm just stalling you. I'm stalling you. Let's show you what my Chaser looks like. White wheeling the world. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. It's alright. Yeah. To be fair, it's much better than it was. I never gelled with those wheels. I thought they were a bit lost in the arches. They almost looked smaller, and even though both these wheels are 18-inch, with the white, it fills the arch better. I think that is a great start to how I want the car to look. Yes, it's a shame that the wheels aren't the same white as the body colour, but I've got some ideas in mind of what to do. But that is the Toyota Chaser with its new trainers on, and the 350Z with its Uggs. It's like I've just bought two new cars. They look so different, just with different shoes on. It's crazy, and literally cost me £0. I already had these in my own inventory, the cheapest possible wheels for the Chaser and for the 350Z. Now, I will obviously have to take these centre caps off because they say Nissan, but at the moment I think if anything it's quite funny. Oh dear. Wow, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, half of the collection has now swapped bits with each other. But I'm curious to see whether I will notice the difference of the different wheels on the car. Obviously, as I said, these are front wheels and the other side are rear, but I'm going to take it for a little drive just to see if the tracking's out, etc, etc. As I mentioned, the tyres are correct, it's just the wheels. It will be a little bit difficult to really understand the difference because I haven't driven this car in quite a while. Turbo! Oh, a pop. No, I think I ran over a branch. It's a quick car. Oh, you're a bit diagonal. Sorry about that. So, does it ride straight? Goes to the left a little bit to the left, but I'm used to that. I think it's better to go to the left than it is to the right because you're not going towards oncoming traffic. I'm happy. I don't want to put too many miles on it and get it too dirty because it's all clean, ready for my next car show. Ooh, it does rub on full lock. Now I should see how the 350 is, and then we are all sweet and sound. And yes, the wheels or the tyres do catch when I go up to full lock. So not perfect, but it works, definitely works. So I think what it is the tyre, when turned the other way, catches on the back there. But it only happens when you're manoeuvring at slow speeds, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. And as I said, it's not a permanent solution. I'm quite a big fan of the JR29s, but there is another Chaser on the scene that has those wheels, so I don't want to seem like I'm copying him. But I was on Google Images searching for wheels on Chasers and they came up. I was like, oh, they look great. And then I realised there's another one local that has them. So I'm trying to find some wheels. Recommendations would be great in the comments or over on my Instagram, but that's the Chaser, that's its new look, that's the Nissan and its new look. It's now time to see how the Nissan drives and just get used to those wheels. So Adam Seafest is on the 1st of May this year. It's a bank holiday Monday. I hope to see you all there. There's links to the tickets in the description below. Let's chuck this away, get in the Nissan and see what it's like. So because I use this car every day, I know it a lot better, so I will definitely notice any kind of differences with the new wheels that are on it. So it will be a bit more interesting to see what this is like. It's definitely going to be heavier because those wheels are a lot heavier than the forged rays that were on it before. But let's see if these wheels are any good for daily driving. On full lock, they definitely feel a lot better, which obviously makes sense. I think obviously I'm thinking too much about it, but actually there's not much to report. What a fantastic day it's been though. Like, everything has actually gone according to plan, other than the fact that the tyres on this car were put on the wrong wheels. But the wheels just swapped over so easily. Interestingly, the thread of the nuts for the Chaser are different from the thread of the wheel nuts for the Nissan. So I had to reuse the Nissan's wheel nuts on the Nissan rather than on the Nissan's wheels. Let's see how permanent this solution will be, and look out for this car at upcoming events to see what it looks like in person, as well as the Chaser, of course, which I'll be using a lot more now that the roads are getting a bit less salty, although there's definitely salt in this road. So I hope you enjoyed that video with the Chaser and the 350Z. Follow me on Instagram for the updates, highlights and pictures that I take at events and with my cars. But for now, thanks for watching.